Today's Zeraora Sil Valley deck was one of the breakouts from our tournaments this past weekend I covered in my meta report. If you missed that, I'll link it in the video description down below. The idea of this deck is relatively straightforward. It's all incredibly efficient 1-point Pokemon that hit hard and fast. Zeraora's Pokemon ability in tandem with Dawn allows Sil Valley to get attacking sooner than anything else in the game for 100 points of damage when you're going first, and it all comes together. But Dawn does more than just that, giving you flexibility when you are in the mid to late game of hitting your opponent with a Sil Valley that's just evolved but not charged up yet, catching your opponents off guard. This deck also gets to play a copy of Oricorio since it's inside of Lightning Energy, which lets you absolutely slam dunk decks that are leaning heavily on EXs like you're going to see in today's highlight. If you like staying one step ahead of the metagame and the most interesting off-meta decks being tested on the ladder, you're going to make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss anything I have coming up like this one. If you like this build in particular, smash the like button on today's video. For the rest of the day, have fun with this one. For the third of a year, Spinal Celery, welcome back. Good morning. Kartana, my kingdom for a Giovanni, eh? People always say that about every game, and I always have to disagree with it, because I think it's very wrong. The idea that the ladder isn't one-to-one with tournaments. The difference between the ladder and a tournament is that all card games are fairly high variance, Pokemon Pocket included, and in any high variance game, it's very possible to have a streak with a deck that isn't very good. So decks that aren't putting up consistent results in tournaments can still have sporadic good streaks on the ladder because variance cuts both ways and you can have a good run with a bad deck. It doesn't make the deck good, it's just how variance games work. Alright, well, let's see if they can draw me one of my 2 copies of Giovanni here. It's always a little bit sad when people playing trash cards don't get punished. Working their way through Oricorio is interesting. I think I'm going to take this first knockout point here. It's close, though. I also just don't want to mark damage on this when I can one-shot it with Sil Valley anyways. So, like, they put the Pheromosa back up here. We'll pivot to Sil Valley, and then use Gladion to enable a one-shot. We're kind of hoping to find our copy of Cape, so Sil Valley can get up to 130 to survive a big beat hit. Lusamine could still get us into trouble here. They have Lusamine and get to put down Sil Valley, I'm going to be a little sad. I'm not going to play this other basic out because I don't want them to be able to Sabrina me out of the Oricorio. So they have to put Buzzwole or Celesteela up here. Oh, they could switch out of it, but they can't end their turn onto this Stork. Otherwise, Brave Buddies threatens to clean them. Yeah, I think Lusamine means we're dead. Hey, recovering. Thanks for the 1.5 years. Welcome back. My aggressive use of Cyrus earlier was probably wrong. Well, I don't know that it's going to matter ultimately. Might still have hope with the bird. I don't think so. Especially without any energy this turn. It's pretty unlikely that this is enough to close. Maybe with Pokemon Center Lady there's a shot. If they have another Lusamine, they can also just flip coins on this every turn. We are through both their Kartanas though, which is nice. I wonder if they're debating just leaving. They could be debating leaving the Buzzwole in until until they're ready to flip coins. Just putting the Pheromosa up lets them die to Cyrus. Although I guess this also leaves them dead to Cyrus, so weird play. I think I messed up early in this game, and burning this to clear their Kartana was probably a mistake. Something I talk about a lot. Usually want to save Cyrus for the lethal blow. And I just used it to get like some early value, which was likely a punt. Nothing to see here, just a yellow chicken against the world. Alright, just need a couple of tails, yeah? %50 of the time, it works every time. I believe in you, yellow chicken! Chicken, chicken, chicken. I love the long tank here before they just like finally flip their coin. Got him. Look at this. Look at this skill-based game. I thought we were gonna lose. Just gotta believe. Pythreon coming in hot for over 7 years. Good morning, good morning. First energy advantage here, looking lovely. Although I suppose if they have candy, they're not too upset to have that themselves. Got me. Hey, look, they helped me find my Zeraora, chat. That was nice of them. my mismatched Zeraoras, because why would we want to have pretty matching cards? Someone made a suggestion for Wonder Picks that I really like. I think something that would go a long way in Wonder Picks, and it wouldn't even solve like a whale like me wanting 2 stars, but I think it would be good for regular people, is you should be able to toggle which booster packs you see in your Wonder Picks. So like you should be able to turn off sets you don't care about. We won the 60-40. Is he dead? Dodge a Geel Body here now? Dodged a rare candy. Can we dodge a Geel Body? Quarthian, thank you for the over 6 years. Welcome back. Coming up on 7. And if they don't have a Geo, I do, which lets me dog them out here. Quick and clean. Thanks for the Mars reset, Gamer. I think I lead Zera here. It's a shame I don't have Dawn. If I had Dawn, we'd lead this and then get to move into this, and it'd be sweet, but let's go ahead and use this. Is it a 9-win streak with the Garchomp Stoutland deck? Yeah, it was sweet. Ended up points playing that one yesterday. Ah, want to guzzle me, do you? We'll see. We'll see about that. Give him the claw. They make a good, sweet product. I don't think I want to... don't think I want to burn my Pokemon Center Lady on this when I could potentially Pokemon Center Lady or Ikorio later. I think we retreat and clear with this regardless of the coin. Is Tapu Koko not good? There's a couple of Tapu Koko decks in the new decks roundup this morning on the YouTube channel. Check that out. Definitely feeling like an Oricorio angle here. So type Nemesis is a somewhat upgraded Farfetch. Is that why it's so prevalent? It's not really Farfetch at all. It's a basic that evolves into a really powerful stage 1. Sometimes it does 40 for one, so I guess that's why you're making the unreasonable comparison, but as always, things are a sum of their parts, and a lot of the different things about Type Doll are very appealing. But the evolution is a big part of its appeal. Hitting for 100 for 2 is a really solid rate. Get some of this chip shotting in while the chip shotting is good. Celesteela could technically get us with the thrusters. Honestly, really excited to see them burn a Cyrus on not taking a knockout. That seems exceptionally good for us. Wait, what? Oh, they have the deal 120. JK, lol. I knew that. I knew that somewhere in my heart of hearts. Are we cooked? We might be cooked. We're keeping here just to play around to Sabrina. I don't have a Cyrus to finish this, unfortunately. So we're definitely retreating here. I think I'm Pokemon Center Lady Egg as our enabler this turn. So I need to clear this. So unfortunately we have Sabrina and not Cyrus here. Dead to Guzma and Giovanni. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Not bad. There is no recession in Ba Sing Se. Yep. Hey Jeff, could you recommend a deck for the current AI battle? The EX Dragon is so terrible and inconsistent, you can kind of do the AI battle with literally anything that's remotely serviceable. I think I'm currently batting a 100% win rate for the first time ever in one of those events, playing 2 Darkrai, 2 Guzzlord, 16 trainers. But I think this is the most flexible you can we've ever had for one of these types of events. Not a chicken matchup. Zeraora providing its own energy to retreat with is kind of a interesting thought when we're going second. Hey, Hey, Mirth, thanks for the 3 months in advance. I plan to be here. Thanks for keeping me around. Ooh, them proactively evolving into Silvally means that I'm getting kind of punished for not doing this. Or I could just top deck it and be a powerful wizard. Really, really love Giovanni in these Silvally decks right now because there's so many mirror matches. And being able to 110 them is real good. We are very brave. Very brave. Them moving up Type Doll here is stellar for us because it means they don't have Candy Rampardos yet. Well, at least because they put the Type Doll up now, they're not going to be able to retreat, so that's nice. And then because we're all single knockout point Pokemon, we might be able to power through this Rampardos yet. I think I want to maximize the chances of this finding my Silvally, so I'm going to go ahead and Pokeball. Perfect. And then obviously I need to play this so we can clear this in one. And then is Dawn Silvally lethal next turn? It is, right? Because they'll put up Rampardos, they'll go to 100, and then I'll put this up, we'll put an energy on this, we'll Dawn it up, activate this and correct them for 100. This game snowballed very quickly. They can have a cape here to have a shot, but even that probably doesn't do it. Because they can't continue attacking. We're all one pointers. Rampardos is a good finisher. It's not a good take your first knockout point Pokemon. Best be teleporting away, gamer. Well, the good news is Giovanni plus weakness lets us one-shot Skarmories, which is nice. No, I don't plan to play in Pokemon Pocket Tournaments anymore. From a content perspective, it's worse received because people watching don't enjoy open decklist stuff on average, is the feedback I've gotten. So it's impossible to justify playing in a much less inconvenient format for content that's less desirable. Do you think they have another basic? Do you think they have another Pokemon in their deck other than Skarmory? Or once we clear the Skarmories, is Oricorio just gonna solo them? My expectation is that people don't like watching open decklist gameplay because most people who watch content for card games are wanting to emulate what they see at home, and most people are never going to play in a tournament, so seeing an open decklist format is just not something that's applicable to how most people are going to play the game. They're just going to play ranked and random queues, which is not open decklist. So it doesn't match their lived experience. Is the best way to put it. I want to explicitly not play out another basic here, because if I play out another basic, we're susceptible to Sabrina in the long term. And I think we could probably win this game without playing out another one. For what it's worth, content metrics aside, I don't enjoy experiencing the piles of downtime that tournaments tend to have as well. It's far more convenient to just get to like hit the requeue button on the ladder and just keep playing. Well, the Pokemon Center lady, we might be okay here still. We'll see. I think I'm gonna continue to play around a second copy of Sabrina here though, because I don't know if they can beat the yellow chicken as is. Hey Jeff, I was wondering how many games you typically give a deck before making an intuitive call on it. Really just depends on the decks and the games. It's not so much a particular number of games that makes me make a decision about a deck in one way or another, so much as how the deck feels after a handful of games where I think my opponent had a kind of average draw. Or if I won games where my opponent had above average draws, or if I lost games where my opponent had below average draws. So like I'm far more likely to be invested in a deck if like I beat a couple of above average draws, and I'm far more likely to throw a deck away quickly if I lose to a couple of below average draws. Or like, oh, my average draw was worse than their bad draw, so probably not worth exploring this further type thing. A quote I'm fond of is, the art of being good at TCGs is extrapolating meaningful conclusions from statistically insignificant sample sizes, because the push comes to shove, truth of the matter is one regular human being is never going to generate a statistically meaningful sample size all on their own. So you can't just be like, I'm going to play this deck and then I'm going to make a data-driven conclusion off of it because your sample is bad and you should feel bad for considering it. Is basically what it boils down to. The only time you should be making data-driven decisions is from larger data sets with hundreds or ideally thousands of games. Alright, so I just assume they think they can try and stall to a draw, but there's a Cyrus in these two cards. There he is. A salty, salty Solgaleo. Let's finish them. Ka-cha! Oh, I have Sabrina in hand too once you finish the other one. Yeah, that's true. You're 100% there because we were sitting on her.